Hello students, Miss Lockhart here. We have now finished outlining and erasing our block letters and we are ready for the fun part. The fun details and coloring. So because of the theme of my word boo, I'm going to add some spooky stuff like a spider web. I'll also be doing another spider web in the corners of the paper around the letter later too, and you'll do it the same way I'm doing it here, which is by making curved lines that all curve inward toward the middle of the web. So I'll show you again inside the other O, inside the lines there. So the first thing you want to do for a spider web is to cross lines, make a cross or an X, and then go ahead and put an X through the cross. And now look, I'm doing more curved lines. Remember, the curve needs to go inward. And you can add more curves if you would like to make the spider web look a little bit thicker, full of spider webs. So you can see I'm doing lots of curved lines between the other lines, and it does not need to connect to the other side where the line touches. You can just do as many as you want. There we go. Some spider webs. Now you'll be doing your own kind of details depending on what word you chose. If you chose your name, think about some things that you really like and you can draw those things inside your letters. So for the rest of the video, you'll be seeing my fun details. I'm doing some little happy ghosts. And what else should I add? I think it's about time to go ahead and put the spider. So that's going to be the spider web it comes off of. There's its back. So its head is an oval and its back is a curved line. Those little legs are just little, like little triangle tops. And then the web connects to the top of the page. There's my first little spider. Here's another one. That's the body, and those are some legs. They're just little bent lines. That one's kind of hard to see, but you get the idea. And then I'm going to do a few more. Another spider here with a round head, curved back, and 4 little bent lines on either side and some eyes. Okay, it's getting spooky. Here's another great spot for a spider web. So I crossed some lines. Now I'm connecting them with curved lines. I think I'll go ahead and add another spider dropping down from a web. So I'm going to do the back, the curved back, and then the oval for the head. The cute little eyes. And then the bent lines for the 8 legs, 4 on each side. Little happy face, it's a happy spider. Okay, now I'm really going to make sure I've erased all my pencil lines. I do see a few here. Okay, so I'm about ready to do some fun coloring. I will also, like I mentioned, add more spider webs to the corners the same way I did before, so you can go ahead and do it as well if you did do a boo. Remember, if you did another word, you can add whatever details you want, and you can color it with whatever you have at home, any way you want to color it. Now, the way I'm going to color, first, let me finish my details. I've got a pumpkin. I'm going to add a cute little pumpkin here inside the O. I'll do another one and explain how I did it. So it's almost like drawing a heart, except there's no point at the bottom. And then curved lines coming from the middle down to the bottom. And a little stem at the top. You can also see the choice board for more fun drawings of spiders, webs, and pumpkins if you need some extra help with those drawings. Now here I have my color pencils ready. I'm going to go ahead and start coloring, and now you will probably be using different colors on different letters, but you may definitely watch and see how I do this. I want the inside of the O to look like it is deep. There's space behind it, right? The inside. So I'm going to start at the top of the pumpkin and do a darker shade, and then make a lighter shade at the top of the inside of the circle. Here I am going to do it again, where right above the pumpkin it's dark to represent deep space. The space goes back. It's three-dimensional, remember? So I'm going to go ahead and do some value, which means I'm going to do a dark shade, and then I'm going to make it go light, which I do by lessening the pressure. So I don't press as hard when I have a lighter shade there at the top. So if you look back a little, you'll see how now the inside of those O's actually look like there's depth or space. Okay, so I'm going to do the same thing here to the B, to the inside of the B, on both of the openings. There it is. Now I'm going to definitely want to make sure that the area where the letters are jumping out of the point right here, I want this area to also have some value too. So the further away, the darker it'll be. So down here toward the point, because the point represents a vanishing point, so it goes far back into the distance there, that would be darker. So I'm using this dark blue violet. It's almost kind of purple, or dark blue, and then I'm going to do the same thing I did and create a little value. So it's the same as the inside of those O's and B. It's going to be dark, down close to the point, and then lighter the further away, because it's getting closer to us. It has some more light the closer it is. I'll be repeating this step. And I'm going to skip over things I don't want to be that color, like that spider. Did not want that spider to be blue. And I have a few more areas to color the same way. Okay, last section here. I'm going to go dark closer to the point, and then lighter the further away. And I'm going to try my best to skip over those ghosts, because I am going to want them to stay white. Remember, choose whatever colors you want. And you can color it however you want. So you don't have to do value like I'm doing. And sometimes you can't if you're using markers. Unless you decided to do hatching or cross-hatching instead of shading like this. You could then actually create value. But don't worry, just have fun coloring. I like to go back over and make sure that I have a nice gradient so that it goes dark to light in nice equal steps. Okay, I'm going to start to color my letters now. I've chosen this orange. Now I'm going to start to press down a little bit more down here toward the bottom of the O. And then, you guessed it, it's going to have a lighter value above the bottom. So at the top of the O, it's going to be light, and there's going to be a gradient down to the bottom. It's going to get darker down to the bottom. See there? There's only maybe 2 different values, 2 different steps in the gradient, maybe 3. And I do want all the letters to be the same color, but you can change yours up. Maybe you want all your letters to be different colors. Okay, that second O is about done. You can see the gradient. Light at the top, dark at the bottom. And now for the B. Light at the top and dark at the bottom. Okay, I'm gonna go back over it, check it. Pretty happy. So what do I want to color next? The spiders. I'll make them purple spiders. Make up a fun color. I don't know if there are real purple spiders, but that's what's so fun about art. You get to make it your own. Okay. Now for the pumpkins. I'm going to go ahead and color those orange, and I'm going to make them have a little bit of a gradient too. Dark at the bottom and a little lighter at the top to give them dimension, to make them look more three-dimensional. Now you can always add more. You'll see in my finished drawing I added more spider webs and another spider. Have fun with it, y'all. I hope you did, and I cannot wait to see what you've made. Hold on to your artwork. Don't throw it away. I am so proud of everybody. I cannot wait to do some more art with you next week. Talk to you soon. Bye, everyone.